Du får en mail inn 5-10 minutter etter møtet om at du kan share. Enten ser den selv, eller så kan du dele den. Så det er bare å dele den. Så har du...
Det är så härligt. Det är så härligt när det är folk som kan vad de sysslar med.
Hvis presentationen är bra nu så kommer jag till att skriva mig in.
Den kommer vara så bra så att jag kommer skriva in mig igen faktiskt. Jag kommer starta bolaget igen och börja jobba med det.
Ja.
Nej, men summa kardemumma, vi har kört ett väldigt många möten här nu och
English please.
English. Oh yeah. Sorry guys. Hey guys, and welcome to this webinar. This is really crazy. It's been a crazy week for me. The whole, Devide team has been working day and night after the event to get everything ready. It seems like it's getting better and better, both with all the computer parts that we need to have working, and also, of course, with all the things that's new. And I believe that a lot of people are maybe a little bit frustrated right now because of all the new things. And something we learned and really take notes on is don't launch so many things, and know that people don't know actually anything after you launch it. Even if you think they know something, they do not. So everywhere we're going to launch something new in the future, we're going to have we're going to inform you guys very much with all the information. We take the decision together with you guys, and also we're going to have an A4 written of all the new things, so everybody gets the information before, under, and after the launch. So we have learned a lot during this. But something I also learned is actually that people think that it was so much better before, and now it's not as good anymore. And that is a totally confusing thing. It's never been better to go into Devide than today. So what people need to understand is the concept of Devide and what we are going to create. We are going to create something different, something unique, and something that will take the world with storm. And I'm telling you now, everybody that I've been meeting in Sweden these days are getting so excited of the concept that we have. And we had over 40 people yesterday in Stockholm, and we signed up a lot of people after this meeting. And nobody actually knew what was going on 4 weeks ago. They had no idea about that. So what we need to understand as leaders and people that have been in before, that the concept works. It works really good, even if we deal is maybe a little bit worse than it was before. It doesn't matter, because the deal has not been better. Today is the best deal to go into Devide. And I think that is something that we need to understand and to believe in. Because if you went in and you maybe got 500 profit points when you joined, I mean, now, okay, it's so much lower. It's maybe 75 profit points or maybe 50 profit points. So it's a lot lower. But we had this deal until we opened the company. And we don't want to be a OneCoin. We don't want to be a 5% community or VGE or some pyramid that prints points and the points will go up and it will fall like a crazy stone. Or we have to, create a false, false thing on the value. So we want to be a complete transparent company. And that makes a very big difference when it comes to actually creating it. So with that said, I think it's time actually to show a little bit how good this company is, and go out and work with a presentation that people would like and love and sign up. And we have some small things that we're working on that we maybe will add to this presentation, and a little bit, candy to the presentation, but we haven't got that ready yet, so I can't go in on that. But still, the business is so good, and I mean, we created actually more volume in Sweden the last 5 days than Norway did the last 2 weeks. So Sweden is taking over. Woo! No, nobody excited about that. Okay, but I'm excited.
Marcus, before
Yes.
you go, can you mute everyone?
Yes, I can do that. I can do that. Let's see here. Okay, guys. So welcome to this webinar. Today we're going to talk about a company that has a great future, because I don't know about you, but I would like to have a better lifestyle. Lifestyle is something that I always wanted, but today we're stuck. We're stuck in maybe our job, or maybe we have a certain place we are living that we want to move out from. We are sitting somewhere and we are desperate to make a change. And I think Devide can be that change to get better lifestyle, a little bit more out of life. And I usually say, because I'm a musician from the beginning, and when I was out touring with different bands and I was doing the sound, we called it an extra gig. So when you had an extra gig, that was the best thing ever, because you get to do what you love most and you get to earn money on it. So I think Devide can be your extra gig, where you can do this part-time, earn some money and have some fun. And this is what we're going to create with Devide. So Devide is built for you to have better lifestyle. Even if it's a little bit better food on Saturday, better wine on Friday evening, or go on a trip, buy a better car, or travel the world. Devide can provide that for you. And I'm really, really excited that you took your time today to be on this webinar, because I think that we have created something so unique. So sit on, hold your horses. This is going to be a presentation of your life. So I would like to start actually to explain a little bit and ask you a few questions. You probably know a lot of brands, a lot of famous brands. I mean, there's Google, there is Uber, there is Facebook. There's so many companies that have been building and created a huge value for people. I mean, Apple for me is a big brand. I love Apple. That's probably, you know, I talk about it all the time. I recommend Apple, and I think people that are using PC is maybe not you know, in the new times, you know, of life, because Apple is so simple, it's so easy, and it's so fun to work with Apple. And I've recommended probably hundreds of people to use Apple. And you may be sitting and having your favorite brand. Maybe it's Nike, or maybe it's, you know, Adidas, or maybe it's Rolex, or, you know, you have your brand. And you have been talking about that brand to a lot of people, and you've been marketing that brand and giving that brand a value. So what I would like to present is actually that we have something where you actually can like a big brand, actually talk about it, and actually get paid for that. And that is something that I think is very unique. But then what wouldn't be better than actually recommending something that you like and get paid for it is actually owning a part, or having a part of their profit. And once again, if you had a favorite brand, wouldn't it be fantastic to see that company grow, and the revenue grow, and the profit are growing, and you just say, yes, I'm earning money when that company are doing campaigns and marketing strategies. And for me, I mean, I am not a part owner of Apple. What if I was there when actually the Apple stock was in, you know, €4? That would have been fantastic today, because the value of this company is amazing. So that is a little bit that branding today has been more and more important, and a favorite brand is connecting you to who you are. And we see that in young people, for example. I mean, that is a little bit, they're a part of them. If you have, for example, a Supreme hoodie, that shows a little bit who you are as a person. Or maybe you have a sneaker, brand that's new and hot, and it's a skate brand, or it's maybe it's a costume brand, or it's, something like that. So young people, they reflect on who they are on brands. And that's why brands are growing faster than ever before. I mean, 30, 40 years ago, how long time did it take to build a brand? It took forever because you had so much hard time to get the brand out, to get the brand known all over the world. Today, we have brands that can build it in 3-5 years, bam, because of the internet. And we have one brand that I'm really proud of to say that it's Swedish, and it's called Daniel Wellington. Daniel Wellington started actually of a guy called Philip. And Philip actually invested about 30,000 euros in this brand. And he actually went out to a few influencers at that time and actually gave them a watch. And this watch was spread like crazy, and the information was spread like crazy. And today he's one of the world's biggest watch brands. And that is just amazing. I mean, Beats by Dr. Dre, it's a fantastic story where, two guys goes together and they create a good speaker, good headphones. And we thought that was dead almost, because you always had these small ones. But people were in need of good sound. So what happened was that, they created this brand, and in less than 5 years, they were sold to Apple for $3.2 billion. I mean, amazing. And the whole world knows Beats by Dr. Dre today. So it's really a matter of fact to get your product out, and it goes really, really fast. So branding is something that we would like to be a part of. And that's why me and my colleague, Sergey Karon, and me actually started Devide. We were sitting and thinking that the future of marketing is actually to own brands, to market the brands, to be a part of this development that actually rides on this really, really cool wave of growing brands really quickly. So we said, we want to share this company together with you guys. So what we've done is actually that we have created a totally new way of how to market brands. And we are going global. This is going to be a huge success. No matter if you are joining this or not, we have a goal, and that's to be huge in the market and to be the channel people want to go if they want to get a product out. So, I mean, we're here to be the best. We're here to win. I'm telling you that. I'm a very, very competing guy. And those people that have seen me on the paddle court playing paddle, if I don't win, it's no fun. So I really want to create the rules so you can win. And I think we have created that concept. For you to win, we need to win. For us to win, you need to win. So it's a little bit of a, not a competition. It's actually a family thing. We're doing this together. We're creating this company together. But anyway, we have created this marketing platform that actually are using the 3 of the biggest and the best marketing channels in the world. First of all, traditional marketing. I don't know about you, but most and the biggest of when I'm buying products, I want to test them. I want to try them. And that's why traditional marketing is still working and always going to work, because you want to try maybe a pair of jeans, or you want to try a pair of gloves, or you want to go and feel the golf club or something like that. So it's always going to be a traditional way of marketing products. And also, of course, in news and, in papers and ads and stuff like that, that's going to be the traditional marketing. But then we have a new way of marketing things. And there we come in with the affiliate marketing. And it's actually, probably 2 ways of affiliate marketing. The first way is actually a person that actually are good in internet and can do funnels and can create ads on the internet. And when he do that, he is like a person in between the seller and the internet. So when you clicking on that link and you go through the process and you buy something, he will earn money. And then we have the influencers. That's been, Daniel Wellington's big success. He's been paying a lot of free products to influencers that's been promoting this. But the thing is, today it's getting harder and harder to get these influencers because they are expensive. It costs a lot of money if you want to use a huge influencer. That's why we think one of the biggest trend is going to be crowd marketing. And crowd marketing is actually building on many people that doing a little bit. It's a little bit like crowdfunding. If you've seen the Kickstarters and the different websites where somebody has a business idea and they need money. So a lot of people go in with maybe, 100 euro or 500 euro. And you also, maybe get the product later on if they produce it, or you actually can get a part of that company. But then you're investing in one company, one product, and it's a huge risk, of course. So crowd marketing is building, of course, not on the investment, they're building on marketing. A lot of people that, you and me, I don't know about you, but I don't have so many people on my Facebook or Instagram or, I have a very small group. But together, if we are many people that have a small group, it's going to be huge. And that is a power. As more people we are, as more power we get towards the market. And actually in this platform, it will not matter where the product will be sold, because you can benefit from all the 3 different channels. And that's make it really, really cool, actually. So we are here to build a crowd. As big a crowd we have, as more power we have. And our goal is to have 1 million brand ambassadors within 3 years. So that is our goal, and maybe we will stop after that and not bring in 1 more ambassador, because if we have that group, we have enough people to promote a new brand, a new product. And this group will be very limited, because that will make it very special to be in the group. So maybe if you fall out, then maybe we bring in a few more and so on. So we always have 1 million people. But what they are going to do is actually use the products. Very simple. They have the products on them when they are taking a selfie. They have the products, when they're meeting people, if they go into a concert, if the sun is out, what do? You bring on your sunglasses. And the thing is here, when it comes to marketing, it's always about how much you see a product. As more you see a product or service, as more acceptance it will be, and as more approved it will be for you. Because they've done a lot of testing on this, and it's a little bit, as more you see a brand, as more accepted it will be in your brain. So when you see it in the store, you see it on the internet, and then you see a friend having, it's like, oh, it's a deal. You want it. You start wanting the product. And that's why you call the tipping point. In the beginning, there's very few people using it. And then, you come to tipping point where so many people know it and you see it everywhere that you just want it. And that is what we're going to create with this crowd. And if you look at this example, it's really cool. If we create now within a year 100,000 brand ambassadors, 100,000 people, and they have, let's say, 500 contacts, both in their phone maybe, or also on their social media. We know it's a lot more, but just to make an example how huge and how much power we can get in a crowd. So 500 times 100,000 is 50 million people that actually will see a brand. And if these 100,000 are brand ambassadors, they're going to show it even more, because they are a part of these companies that we're working with. So it's going to be a very, very big thing for them to marketing it and promoting it. And that makes it so much easier and so much better for the companies, because that will be a very inspirational thing, because they get the marketing out and they get a lot of sales, and that means they get a lot of money so they can promote themselves in different also areas of marketing. So Devide is actually built on 3 things. So the first thing is build a crowd with brand ambassador. The second thing is actually building and owning brands, because we know that an entrepreneur today, if he comes up with a new idea, a new product, it's very hard to get it out on the market. And if you're a smart guy and you create something really, really good, something really attractive, and you actually get in the money that needs, you still need to get it out. And marketing is a tricky way. It's a tricky thing to get things out to the market. And if you have maybe somebody buying it, it still needs to sell. And if you have, market a Facebook campaign, or you do an internet campaign or an affiliate campaign, you never know how many will buy it, and you can put in a lot of money in something you hope will work. We know it works because we actually have the crowd that will marketing it and buy it and promoting it. And also we will invest money into these experts, because the only thing we need is a person, an entrepreneur that have a dream, have a goal, want to create something enormous in an area. And we take that person and we will see that the brand will get known and he will get the money needed to go out in the different channels. So we need the experts. And then also we're going to have experts in lifestyle brands, because we want to work with things that people would like to have. Not everybody should need that product or service. It should be like a thing that, I wish I had it. I really wish I had those glasses or that watch or that paddle racket. I really wish I had that. And that feeling of exclusivity, the feeling of that, I want it. That feeling is what we want to create in the products we have. And it's going to be multiple products in all these, product lines that we are doing. So for example, the glasses here is, this is not the only pair of sunglasses we have. It's actually 42 different pair of sunglasses. The name of this brand, and you can go in on the website and you can look at it. It's sandroche.com, and it's a French inspired brand. And it's actually created of this man here on the picture, Tobias Lindberg. And Tobias Lindberg is a genius. I tell you that right now. He's just unbelievable. He's such a great guy and such a great entrepreneur and such a great designer. Everybody we've been talking to about these glasses, they are like very, very impressed of the quality and how they look, and the design are classic and long-lived. So this guy actually created a very, very famous brand in Sweden called Frank Dandy. Very, very famous thing that, really went huge. So he's a creator of that, and he's just a fantastic guy. And these are the kind of experts we want on the team to create these different brands. And how does this work then? How does it look? How is Devide built up? It's a very, very smart way. So first of all, Devide owns these different brands. So you see Hauger, for example, is a watch brand. And it's a very fantastic watch, actually. It's a high quality luxury watch. This watch here is actually sapphire glass, the highest quality of sapphire glass. I've had this for over a year, and you don't see a scratch in this glass. Very, very high quality. The highest quality of steel. It's waterproof to 100 meter. Is Swiss mechanics inside. So it's very, very high end, quality on everything we do. And what we were thinking of, or, Tobias was thinking about when he was creating this, is actually that, okay, it's in the market, we have a lot of watches under €1,000. There's, you know, hundreds and hundreds of different companies under €1,000. And then we have a lot of companies we know over €3,000. We have all these different brands, you know, but in between 1,000 and 3,000, it's very hard to come up with a brand. And that's where Hauger is going to be. And I think it's a very smart idea, because when people are starting now again, because watches has been gone for a while, and now Daniel Wellington, for example, has been promoting the watch, and it's coming back more and more. Now people are taking this more serious, and they want something on their wrist. And this is like a very nice jewelry. So I think it's going to grow really rapidly. And when people are then having a Daniel Wellington, for example, they maybe don't have the money to buy a Rolex or a Breitling, but they maybe take the step to buy a Hauger. And it's very, very smart. And Hauger, we just launched actually the Hauger website. So you can go in and look at all the different models and shapes and forms and colors. It's just unbelievable to see everything there. So you can go in on hauger.com and see all haugerwatches.com and see all the watches. Then we have Enrich, a lifestyle magazine. And this magazine will develop to be a personal development magazine where people can read about success stories and see how you succeed in business, but also all these nice things you can buy for money. So this Enrich is actually built for, you know, a lot of reasons. And one reason is actually also to promote our brands. So we can actually have a magazine where we can put out all our brands that we have in a magazine, and we will create a digital version of this. So we will have hundreds and hundreds of thousands that actually are having this magazine every month. It's going to be a very, very cool concept then to have an ad in it, or, you know, have products in it, because people will see it. And I have a really cool story about this magazine. We actually left it on a coffee shop in Gothenburg, and this coffee shop actually had a few there, and then we had a presentation of this concept, and a guy said, oh no, but Hauger, I've seen Hauger. Okay, but you don't mean any other brand? No, I've seen Hauger. Okay, but it's a totally new brand that we haven't really started yet. No, I know Hauger. It's a famous brand. I've seen it. And then we took up the magazine, and he's like, oh, yeah, I saw it in that magazine. So he had been reading that magazine in a coffee shop, and it stuck it, you know, in his brain. And now he thinks it's a big brand. And this is how you are building huge and profitable brands that, you know, you have to be everywhere. And now for the latest, baby to Devide is actually Wayfire. And I don't know if you know paddle tennis, but paddle tennis is one of the world's fastest growing sports. Just in Sweden alone, it's just booming everywhere. And when you talk about paddle, it's a new way. And really, if you are going to build a sports brand, it's really, really important that you build it with something that's new and trendy. So Wayfire is a sports brand, but we're starting with paddle. So everything that's actually connected to paddle, we will have. So all the clothes, of course, balls, sweatbands, you know, different racks and stuff like that. And we actually are on the way to write a contract with a very famous player, and one that is world famous. And he will also try all our paddle things, and he will be our front figure for this brand. And he's so good. He's just an amazing player. And we will have a lot of fun things together with him. This is just 4 brands, guys. And we are going to launch number 5 and number 6 and number 7. And we're going to launch so many new and exciting brands in the future you can't even imagine. And really what happens is actually these brands will be selling in different ways. So it will be in retail, it will be in web shops, influencers, affiliates, and so on. And it doesn't really matter where it sells. If it sells on an airport in China, or in a store in New York, or in actually a store or in a website in Norway, it doesn't matter, because all the profit will go back into the company and back to Devide, because Devide is a part owner of every brand we are having or marketing. And then all the profit will go up in Devide, and we will split it with you 50-50. So all the profit Devide will do for all the future, whatever we will launch, we will split it with you. But not only that, you will actually have your link and your code that you can give to your friends, or you can, post it, or you can do it. So they will actually get 10% in an offer. So they will get 10% off if they buy something, and you will get 10% actually recommending it. So if you would like to also sell the products, you can do that. If you just want to market it, that's okay. But if you really want to earn some extra money, and you have a big crowd and you want to promote it even more, you can also earn some extra money there. So that's really, really cool. So that's number 2, share profits, number 3, sorry, share profits. So if we share, everybody wins. And that is what Devide was built for in the beginning, is actually to have a win-win-win. And it's a little bit things that, to get these parts, there's 2 things you can do. Number 1, you can buy a brand box, and then you get a certain part of the profit, because you believe in Devide and you believe in the products. So you will buy the products. That means that you will use them and you will get a part. And then number 2 is actually that you can build a crowd. And as bigger crowd you get, of course, as more parts of the profit you will get. So let's just, make an example here. So every, let's say that you get and collect 300, we call it profit tokens, Devide profit tokens. So you have 300, okay? So the value of this will, of course, increase every year as more turnover we have, as more profit we'll have, as more the value of these profit tokens will grow. So you can, of course, collect this, as much as you want. But if you have 300, in 3 years, it can actually be worth 22,500 euros. How? Because we believe that, every profit token, if we keep the company budget within 3 years, we think one will be around 75 euros. So that's pretty exciting. But every year you will also get the profit of, whatever profit the company have will be shared on the profit tokens we have. So this is a really, really cool thing, that you get to be a part of all these different brands and of Devide's total profits through our Devide profit tokens. So how can you get parts? Yes, there's different ways to start. We have different packaging that you can buy to get a part of Devide and of the profit. So we have one start pack that you just have to be on that, because it's just to get in, to take a position in Devide and have a part, because we know today that we are in Europe, but we are going to Asia, we're going to US, we're going to grow all over the world. So if you don't feel like, okay, I don't have the money, I just don't have the time right now. Okay, go in on 149 euro and start there. But we have the different packs here, small, medium, and large. And then, of course, as more you invest, as more product you get, as better discount you get on the products, and also as more of the profit you will get. So this is really, really cool. You get good products to a good price, products that you will use every day, and people will look at and say, wow, that's a nice watch, that's a nice glasses, and you will get a lot of comments around that. You get a good price and you get a part of Devide. So really, really cool. So how can you then, start earning money and building this? Yes, first of all, you can build a crowd. And as of course, more people, because we need a lot of people now. Why we are doing this is and giving out a lot of money to build a crowd, is that we need the crowd to spread the news, to get the products out. Exactly like people are doing with influencers. They are paying a lot of money to influencers to get the money out. We're paying out a lot of people helping us building the crowd to get the products out. So this is where you can do some serious and really, really good money. So first of all, you have a left crowd and you have a right crowd. And your first thing is to recommend 2 people. So if you recommend 2 people, and now I'm counting on the middle box that we had and it showed, and it's a watch and it's glasses. So if they actually, if you're recommending 2 people here, and that's a good start, because now you start earning money. So that's the first part. Then you have the second 2. When you actually have found 4 people, and it doesn't really matter which pack they go in, then you actually are doubling your bonus in your crowd. So that's a really good start to actually create this as soon as possible. And it doesn't matter if it's the 149 or it's the 3,000 euros or 2,700 euros. It's about getting these 4 people. So when you have these 4 people, it's really, really cool if they go in on the medium brand box. Because here you see a really cool example that you actually get 1,860 euros in value if you do this within your first month. So that means if you buy a middle pack, you will have back your money and a little bit more. So that's a really, really cool start, actually. So why should you join Devide? What's the goodies here? First of all, that I like the best of the best is actually that you get a part of Devide and the future profits. The second thing that I like a lot is actually you get all the offers and the deals from our brand partners and also from all our new brand boxes. I mean, we will be launching some really exciting products in the future. And I mean, you can get actually up to 50% discount on these boxes. So that means that you make a really, really good deal on products. And also the brand partners will probably give us a lot of offers in the future. So when we have 10, 20, 30 different brands and we get all these offers and then maybe selling out a collection, or we get the deals. So that is really, really cool. And number 3, we also have the opportunity to give our friends that we know and have in our surroundings cool lifestyle products and cool deals and offers. So that is also a really, really cool thing. And then also, of course, building this extra gig, because I believe that everybody needs an extra gig to have some fun on their free time and earn some extra bucks. And it's not about earning millions and millions, even if it's possible here. It's about actually earning that extra that you can do a little bit more lifestyle things. And that is something that we have a big passion for, is actually to help people get more out of life. So, but you can also build financial freedom. You can totally, change how, your life can be in the future, because we have people earning a lot of money in Devide today. And that is because we give out a lot. We give out a lot of the turnover, and we also give out the profit. And also, maybe you think, oh, this is too much. I don't understand everything. What is this? How does it work? How do I start? When do I begin? Hey, you will get the support you need. All the support, and you have an introducer that will help you and guide you we'll have webinars, we will have trainings. All the information that you need will be in your computer, in your phone, and with your introducers that you have around you. So you will get all the support you need. Don't worry about that. You know, it's a very simple and easy business. Of course, you have to put in some time and some effort if you want financial freedom. But if you just want some extra, you actually put in the extra time you have. So really, how to start, what to do, it's very, very simple actually. You registrate, you choose your brand box, you start using the products, and you spread the word, and then you start earning money. So really, guys, take contact with the guy that actually introduced you to be on this webinar. Talk a little bit how you can enjoy the benefits of Devide and how you can start increasing your lifestyle, because we know that this will totally take off. It started only 2.5 weeks ago. We opened the company for Europe. So we had a pre-launch in November, and now we have opened the company, and we're so excited to see where this can lead us. And we are a new company. We are, you know, really excited about the future, but not everything is perfect, of course, because we're a new company, but we're working really, really hard to become the best company. And the best company is also important that they grow and that they get all the help they can need from you guys, because this company is built together with you guys. So I'm really happy to see you on on our events in the future. But also we have a startup here right now, actually. So if you want to get a fast start, we'll actually go through that in just 2-3 minutes. So I will just take a break, have a glass of champagne, and then I'm on it again. So I hope you like the presentation. And if you have any questions, you know, don't hesitate to actually talk to your introducer that invited you to this webinar. Thank you so much, guys. It was a pleasure. And within 2 minutes, I'll start how to do, what to do to get started in Devide. So talk to you soon. Okay, guys, I see that we have a lot of people still on board. Guys, you are amazing. Thank you so much again for taking your valuable time on Thursday evening here and listening to me. I'm really appreciate that. Anyway, I would like to go through a little bit how we start and what to do to make this happen. What's the most important part to really kickstart your business? And first of all, I would like to talk a little bit. Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong link here. First of all, I would like to talk a little bit about timing, because timing is everything. And something that we always are talking about is actually to be at the right place at the right time. And I believe that we are in the right place in the right time. The world is changing. I mean, electric cars, soon we don't have gas cars. Soon we have self-driving cars. Soon we probably will fly in between the houses with drones, you know, carrying us, or you know, go by airplanes in tubes, or, you know, it's so many things, technical things that are happening all around the world. I mean, also, if you look at it, I mean, I would like to have a robot, guys. You know, a robot that cooks my food, clean my kitchen, clean my bedroom, you know, do the dishes, do my clothes, you know, do the garden. You know, wouldn't that be amazing? And I think we're not so far actually for that to happen. So everything is changing. So I believe Divide can be a change in the change. So we can be a part, and we are not committed to one product or one service. We can launch whatever is going to be the trend in the future. We can be a part of it. So you're sitting in a chair where you can actually grow with a company that has a big goal, a big vision to change how we market things. So if you're going to do something different, if you're not happy where you are, I mean, it's better to choose something with a bigger potential. And I'm telling you one thing, this has a big potential. So let me talk about your goals, because, you know, whatever you want to do in life, it's all about setting goals. What do you want? And, you know, get that lifestyle list. You know, what do you want to achieve in life? Because we all know when we're lying there on the deathbed, we regret things we didn't do. And I think that the most important part in life is to set up a goal and try to reach it, to work really, really hard to get there. Because if you don't have a goal, it's like, you know, jumping in your car and driving and not knowing where you're going. How fun is that? You're just driving and not knowing where you will end up. So a goal is so important. And this has been a passion of mine for almost all my life, since I, you know, played ice hockey in you know, I was like 9 years. I had this goal, you know, with, you know, and the thing is, when I played ice hockey, what is the most important thing in ice hockey? To make goals. I know that Norway doesn't do so many in ice hockey, but Sweden do, and that's why they're winning. So goals are important, guys. Really, really important. So it's the same with our life. We need to find that life list where things we want to achieve in life. And what I would like you to do after this webinar is actually create a goal, you know, a lifestyle goal that you want to achieve with Divide. I would like you to do that after this webinar, so you know why are you doing this. And then I would like you to do something more, you know, actually put down your dream. What would you like most of all in your life? And that actually motivates, you know, it really does. If you have a thing that's really, really something you want to achieve, you do whatever it takes to actually achieve it. So goal is a very important part when you start working with Divide. Then, of course, you need a plan. How do I do this? Because if you have a goal, how am I going to reach it? Yes, you reach it with a plan. So the first thing you do is make a list. And this list would be at least 50 people that you would contact and say actually something very easy, because you need to create this interest to these people. We have different ways of doing it, of course. I mean, someone, you know, maybe want to call somebody, you know, make a post, somebody sends an SMS or a video or something like that. But create that interest is really, really important. And you need to say less is more, because here comes the biggest issue with people joining Divide is actually that they talk too much. They want to oversell, they want to over promote, they want to talk or share everything. No. You can't share anything. Just make a teaser, a small teaser. Like, for example, I like to call people. So I call up somebody and say, hey, how are you? You know, and then you talk a little bit and then you say, you know what? I found a way where we can be a part of actually new started companies. And it's really interesting because it's within lifestyle, things that people really would like to have, you know, and it would be great if you had a few minutes to look at it, you know, and they say, okay, what is that about? You know what, why don't we take a webinar or why don't we meet and, you know, I can explain it to you, or I bring somebody that will know a little bit more that can explain it. So it's very, very important to not talk about and tell about what this is all about, because then you destroy it. If you send a video, it should be videos that doesn't maybe say so much, you know. It should be a teaser. And or if you do a post, for example, it shouldn't be earn money with me, you know, divide.com. You know, it's that when I see that, I because nobody will react on that. You know, it's more like living the lifestyle with my new gig, for example, my new extra gig. You know, earned my first, you know, 200 euros on my extra gig. You know, stuff like people would be interesting to you know, put out some interest. You know, not tell the whole story, just put out interest. So that is create interest and invite. So invite to the presentation. So the presentation, of course, is I personally like meeting people, because when I look people in the eyes, you know, when I can talk to people, it's very, very easy. It's very good for me. It's hello. Hello, do you guys hear me still?
Yes.
Yes, but you can't see anything. It's just gray.
Oh, what happened? Sorry, guys. There was somebody logged in to the login, so that's why. Okay. Sorry, guys. Oh, there we are. Cool. So anyway, so for me, it's very, very simple. If I meet somebody, if I'm sitting and talking to some people, maybe want to do it on internet. They want to be home and they want to do it on webinars. You know, we are all different, but something that works is actually doing a webinar. Either you send a webinar that somebody else is presenting, or you do it live. Live is always better because, of course, you will have the interactions. You can talk and you know that he's there and he's listening. So live is always, always better. We have and we will have more recording webinars, so you can send links and stuff like that, but it's always better if you guys learn and do the presentation yourself, because that will create more you know, interest. Of course, if you just send the link, you know, they maybe look at it, maybe not. They say they're interested, or they say they're not interested, but they maybe even haven't seen it. So it's the best way of presenting an opportunity is to meet them, or actually have a webinar face to face with them. And then, of course, you know, follow up, and that is something that is so important that many forget. When you have had the presentation, when you have, you know, sent a link or on the webinar, for example, you need to talk to them. You need to meet them. You need to close them. You need to actually get a yes or no. That's it. And something that I use a lot is it's three-part that I actually call, for example, Sverker, and he calls into the call, and he is saying the same thing I'm saying, and in that way, you know, it's easier to relate, because maybe I have a very good relationship with that person. So when somebody else is saying the same thing I'm saying, it's more of a go. So follow-up is also a very, very important part. So here's the plan. Make a list, create interest all the time, talk to people, call people, message people, you know, create this interest, and then book a time or meet so you can meet them or do a web presentation, and then follow up and get it a yes or get a no. Very simple. And then, of course, it's the part making money. And we talked a little bit about it before here, that the 4 people is really, really important to get the 4, because here's where you double your bonus. You start making money. So your 4 people as soon as possible, as fast as possible. And it doesn't matter if it's on 149 or if it's on 2,800. It doesn't matter. As soon as better you get these 4 people, as better it is for you and your business, and also for your duplication. because as faster you do it, as faster your team will do it. So it's really, really, really important to do this very, very fast. So for you to make good money, this needs to happen very quickly. And if you do it within your first 30 days, you get this voucher. And that is really important. So if you get 3 on 149, you get a voucher on 150. If you get 3 on, for example, the 1299, you get a 1,300 euro voucher. And if you do it on the 3 people on the 2,799, you get 2,800 voucher. So it's really important to get this duplication. It doesn't matter, what packs they go in, just get them in, because that will create the urgency in your business. And something that is really cool, we have a great offer for people. So let's count and do an example here, so you see how we counted in the presentation. Okay, so we have an offer now on the medium brand box. It's $12.99. Either you choose a woman brand box or a man brand box. And you have a watch that's luxury, that's nice, that's beautiful, and you have a pair of sunglasses. You actually will save 46%. So the person that goes into the business will save 46% if he would go into Hauger's web shop and St. George web shop and buy this, or in a store or wherever they buy it. So it's a very good saving. Then you also get a cashback that will be put to buy these profit tokens. So you will get profit tokens for 90 euros when you buy this pack. So you can offer a very good, offer right now to people. So you go out and you get this box, and then you get 4 people on this box. Okay, just to do an example. So that means that you will get 200 euros in bonus. So these first 4, you actually have half bonus. The next people that are joining, even if it's you or if it's somebody else, or if it's you have an introducer, maybe put somebody in your crowd, you will actually get the double bonus. You will get 100 euro per person. And the thing is also that you get this voucher. If you do it within a month, you get a voucher of 1,300 euros. And we have an offer now under the summer that you also will have profit tokens from the people, the same package they go in on. You will also have the cashback towards the profit tokens. So you will have the 90 euros plus these 4 guys 90 euros. So you will have 450 euros that we will buy profit tokens for you also. So this is a total value of 1,860 euros. So what can happen with the profit tokens? Here comes a really interesting part. So let's say that the profit token is in 3 euros, okay? Because we don't know exactly. So next month we will launch the trade of these profit tokens, and that means that it will maybe go up a little bit, go down a little bit. Right now, profit tokens is in 285. So that is what the profit tokens is right now. But let's say that it's in 3. That means if you share that 450 times 3, you have 150 profit tokens, okay? And as I said, if we are keeping the company budget, that means that within 3 years, you actually have 150 times 75 is 11,250 euros from an investment of 1,299, and actually got very nice products. So this is so cool. And of course, when your crowd is growing, when it gets bigger, you get more profit tokens. So, as more you will collect, it's probably possible to get 10 times that amount of profit tokens. So, if you have 1,500 profit tokens, that means, 111,000, So it can be really, really cool to see how your profit tokens, can grow and also be a profit every year. So that's really, really cool. So you can also build a crowd here and earn a lot of money. So let me show you a little bit how you can earn money building a crowd. So you have your 4, okay? So let's say that these 4 people are getting 4 each. Okay, so you have now 16 people coming in to your crowd. So 16 people in your crowd with double bonus. And now we're just talking the crowd bonus is actually 1,600 euros. So you're now starting earning some good money. And this can actually happen within a month or a year or, a week. So it's just a matter on, how fast you're building your team. So the max you can actually earn is 75,000 euros a week. So that's quite good, actually. Then you have plus matching, and I will not go into that right now. So, but let's do a crazy example. Okay, are you ready for a crazy example? Let's make real money with brand boxes. Okay, and a lot of brand ambassadors coming in to your crowd. Okay, so you had 4. These 4 got 4 each, 16. These got 4 each, 64. These got 4 each, 256. These got 4 each, 1,024. And these got 4 each, 4,096 people. Okay, that is a lot of people. We can all agree about that, yes? But if this will happen under a year, under 2 years, under 5 years, doesn't matter. If you do this, this is what you would earn. 1 million euro. 1 million euro created this volume. Okay, that's pretty good, yes? So when people see that, they be a little bit maybe overwhelmed, saying, this maybe is not, it's too crazy. So let's say that only 10% will happen. 10%. That still means that you do 100,000 euros. But let's say it's still a lot, yeah? So let's say only 1% happens. It's still 10,000 euros. What could you make of 10,000 euros? If it got, under 1 month would be great. But if it only got it out under 1 year, would be even better, because you have 1,000, about 1,000 euros a month, So, you can really make a difference in your economic situation with Devide. And it's a collaboration. We do this together. So we together build this, and it can be a lot and it can be an extra gig. It's up to you. So anyway, the happenings here, we actually are going to support you with everything we can. We are actually going to have these webinars all the time about Devide and how it works and so on, and also the start trainings, of course. We're also going to have a lot of DMD. We call it Devide Motivational Dinner or Drinks. Yesterday we had a Devide Motivational Drinks in a very nice, restaurant in the middle of Stockholm. So we were actually outside in the big garden they have in the backside, and everybody came. We had champagne and we had small cheese things and stuff like that. And we were standing outside, and it was actually in Sweden. Can you imagine? It was over 30 degrees in the evening. So it was really, really nice. And we're standing there, we were sharing, we were talking around. Everybody was, talking and getting to know each other. Very, very nice. Then we went into the room and actually in the restaurant, we had put up a screen, and we had a meeting where we actually explain exactly what we're doing now. We had the first part, and then we had the second part. So in the break, we had some coffee. We talked a little bit more, and those that were interested started and were looking at this start presentation. And it was fantastic. It was really, really nice. We did the same thing in Gothenburg. We were at the nightclub called Mojito or something like that, and Hawaiian, tropic. So we had actually some really, really cool juice drinks when people were coming. And it was a really, really cool environment. And we don't have maybe the normal conference rooms and stuff like that. We do it a little bit more, a little bit crazy. We're going to have fun. And, we do it fun. So next month we're going to do another ride in Sweden, and then it's going to be more like a dinner afterwards. So instead of just drinks before, we actually go and we have a little bit of a presentation, and also the second part is that we do a start training, and then maybe we do a little bit more personal development, and then we do dinner. So it's really cool to interact and, you know, have some fun together and get to know a lot of new people. First month, every month, we have a new podcast that we are launching from the company. So it's really important to actually, you know, listen to that every month, because that is where all the information from the company comes, and we're very open and very honest in our podcast. And also something you can't miss is actually our next release party, where we're launching our next product. And that is release party 3, and 23rd of November in Budapest. You can see this. And we have a lot of videos, guys. So go into our YouTube account, Devide. You go in there. There's a lot of information, a lot of films that you can actually go in and watch and see what we're doing and how we're doing things. A lot of information. So go in there and look at, and also on social media, guys. There's a lot of, you know, go into Hauger and Santros and all our partners and like the pictures and write and, you know, get interactive in what we're doing, because the information will automatically, because if you apply to our Facebook page, if you apply to all our information, the information will come to you. So when you're looking at your social media, you will see also all the things that Devide is doing and actually are happening around Devide. So it's really important to also be a little bit active, to actually do something, you know, so that's really cool. So really, to the end here, I would really like to talk a little bit about get success fast, because everything is about getting things done quickly, because as faster it goes for you, you know, as faster it will go for people that you will explain and show this to. So urgency is the key here, because as faster we can grow to 100,000 people, as faster, you know, we can get really cool brands and out very fast, and people will earn a lot of money a lot faster. So don't wait, start today. If you think this is, you know, looks like a great opportunity, jump on it, get you started, you know, registrate, you know, buy your brand box and get started and start contacting people and make a plan and make a goal and get started, get this going. Because it's really important to have this urgency, because people say, I do it tomorrow, you know, there's no tomorrow, guys. The best deal is today. I mean, it's an amazing deal that Devide deliver. So join today and actually get on board and start, you know, getting your success, because it's so important. And I can't, you know, because if you get a fast result, you will use that result through all your career in Devide. You know, I did this, do this, you know. So it's really important to start quickly and get it going. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, don't listen to all these negative people around you, because I've always had, you know, the you know, some friends and families and also neighbors that's been negative about everything, you know. And when you start something new or you're doing something different, you know, people are getting crazy. I actually had a best friend, one of my absolutely best friends in Norway. You know, he that I thought was going to be the most supportive guy was negative when I, you know, created and started Devide. And why is this? I think that people don't want you to succeed. People don't want you to actually do something different that they are doing. And it's very easy to just say, no, that doesn't work, or that doesn't, you know. But here's the case. I mean, the negativity is making people grow. It's like going to the gym. As more heavy weights you're lifting, as more your muscles grow. As more negativity or as more, you know, issues you have in life, as more you grow as a person, as more you can handle, and as more success you will have. So really, when you get a negative person or somebody saying, I don't know about that, I don't think it's going to work, you're never going to make money, blah, blah, you know, it's good. because it's growing. You're growing of it. So it's really, really important to not take it in, you know, inside, just, you know, flash it out. You know, it's like going to the toilet, you flash, you know, you don't need to, you know, look down there and see what happens, you know, you just flash it and it's over. So it's really, really good. And number 3, really, if you want to really success, you have to pay the price. Like anything in life, you know, if you want to buy something really expensive in the store, you have to pay that price that it costs. You cannot take it and run. There's no shortcuts to success. So if you really, really want to succeed in something, you have to pay the price. You have to do a little bit extra. And, you know, that's what Divide is all about. We are giving as much as we can to you, but we cannot do your work. So you still need to do something to make it happen. So this, guys, is really our business. I'm so thrilled and so excited that you've been on this now almost 1 hour and 15 minutes webinar. It's just an amazing thing. So thank you so much for actually being a part. I hope you join. I hope you see an opportunity in this and take action, because this will be a company that you will remember, and you will see that we, you know, in 10 years, maybe sell a company for a lot of money. We will get the money into Divide and we will split it, and people will earn a lot of fantastic dollars and euros and crowns. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening in. I hope to see you out there on some DMD somewhere around. And if this was nothing for you, I thank you still for listening in and being a part. Thank you so much, and have a great evening.
Marcus, can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you, Frode.